Salut, comment ça va? Welcome back everybody to the CF Montreal career mode. We have taken the French-Canadian side from the MLS, we put them into the French League, and in our first Ligue 1 season, after gaining promotion in Season 1, we are on the verge of sealing not just European football, but Champions League football as well. The main goal of this career mode is to make Montreal not just the best team in the French League, but also to become the first non-European team to win the European Cup. And when you consider the fact that Montreal is one of the most European-esque cities outside of the continent, it's quite fitting that they would be the ones to do it. As you can see here, after 28 games, we are on 54 points. Lyon and Monaco in third and fourth respectively, a point below us. 6 games left. We need to get to 72 points to get Champions League football. Now that's assuming that Lyon and Monaco keep winning, or at least one of them keeps winning and stays behind us, and as long as we keep winning as well. And as some of you may remember, if you have seen the last episode, if you haven't, go back and watch it. I'll give you a few seconds to go and watch it before I spoil it. 3, 2, 1. We did lose the Cup semi-final to Olympique Lyon in heartbreaking fashion, 4-3. We were 2-0 up as well going into the halftime break, and Lyon ended up beating us in the last minute, which was absolutely heartbreaking. They'll be playing PSG in the Cup final, but we have a chance to get some revenge here. They will be the first team we play in today's episode, and a win here would put us in a great position to go on and qualify for the Champions League. These lot have been a thorn in my side for far too long in this series. In back-to-back seasons, they have knocked us out of the Coupe de France, but we have a chance here to potentially knock them out of Champions League contention and get ever closer to sealing Champions League football for ourselves. Honestly, coming into this season, I remember saying that the main goal was just to stay up, and at best, maybe get a mid-table finish and go on a cup run. We went on a very decent cup run, which this lot, as I say, ended in heartbreaking fashion, but we're on the verge of qualifying for the Champions League. I still can't quite believe it, but despite the fact that we could be in Europe's elite competition, I still feel like we will need to make a lot of improvements in the summer. Definitely defensively, maybe in the midfield as well. So we are far from the finished product, but we are in a very good place as well. I think we've got a good core, we've built some good foundations, and I think we are only going to get better. But qualifying for the Champions League really helps speed up that process as well, with the financial benefit you get from qualifying for that tournament. But you know what? Enough of the pleasantries. Enough of the introduction. I just want to get into it now. Olympique Lyon versus Club de Foot Montreal. Here we go. Now, I might be a bit quieter during this game. I feel like I really will need to focus. Oh, and just as I say that, they get past me with the greatest of ease, to quote Booker T. Sami Zayn has to make a very early save. Not the ideal start here. Almada will take the corner. Maurice Richard, I was going to say we'll head that away, but it nearly went back into a dangerous position, but thankfully Sami Zayn gets that in his grasp. Giga is in for Tuanzebe. I've kind of had enough of Tuanzebe. Love him to death in real life. Obviously a former United player, but just hasn't been... He started out okay, but he hasn't been what I had hoped for the majority of this season. Maurice Richard going on a brilliant run there. That was absolutely fantastic. It's taken out here by the edge of the box. It's going to be a card. What colour will it be? It's a yellow. We've seen some dodgy red cards given in this career mode, both to us and against us. So I wouldn't have been surprised if that had been a red. But it is a yellow. We get a free kick here in a dangerous position, and Maurice Rocket Richard will be eyeing this one up. Let's see if we can test the goalkeeper here. They've put a man behind the wall, but that's not going to be a problem. Let's hope not anyway. Maurice Richard. Oh, deflected. Oh, it nearly landed at the feet of Sanchez, I think that was. But it does go up for a corner. The wall did its job, to be fair. Maybe could have put a little bit more power behind it. But we do get the corner kick, which Richard is also going to take. Let's whip it in. See if we can score a rare header here. No, we will get another corner though. Pendulum is starting to swing in our favour, it feels. Richard yet again. Esteban Lapaul. Should have got in front of his man there. And Lyon will clear it. Well, a draw is definitely a better result for us, but keep in mind, Monaco are level on points with Lyon. So if we drew this game and they won, they would go above both of us, but we would stay in third place. But as I said, fourth place in France does get you Champions League football in real life. I think it's only a qualifier that it gets you, though. But in the game, according to the table, it will only give you Europa League football. So I know there are hidden coefficients in the game this year, so that might come into effect. I haven't actually looked at who's in the final of the Champions League or Europa League or Conference League. I don't know if any French teams are in it, but we will have a look afterwards. That might help us with getting an extra Champions League place. But once we finish in the top 3, we won't have to worry about it, so that is the goal for the rest of this season. Another great run here by Richard. Gets the advantage. Passes it back to Sanchez. He'll go back to Maurice Richard. Can he close down the goalkeeper here? Oh, he nearly did. He nearly did. They end up clearing it away. He was living dangerously there, though. Here's Richard again, seeing a lot of the ball. He's so much better as a number 10, a right-sided number 10, than he was as a right midfielder. He just gets so much more involved. So that is going to be his position going forward. And Antunes out wide. Not terrible, but not amazing. So that's probably another position we may have to look at. We do have Chatelain out on loan as well at Udinese, who's growing at a very quick rate. So he might slot in as well, as Summers has a strike. But it's a good save again there by the Lyon keeper. Half an hour gone here, still 0-0. But we've had the momentum, really, for the last 25 minutes or so. But here come Lyon now on the attack. It's not a great ball, and Giga will intercept it. Here is Antunes now. Over to Richard. Now Siddiqui, who did get the opening goal in the Cup semi-final. And let's not talk about what happened in the rest of that game. Lepal loses it. I'm trying to switch to Cornelius, but it won't let me. Numa could be in here. It's a good run. Oh, and he hits the post. Oh, despite us having the majority of the ball and keeping the possession in their half for most of this game, they're the ones who've come the closest to taking the lead. Clipped the outside of the post. Thankfully, went wide. But that was a warning sign there from Lyon. They are very dangerous going forward. Here's Esteban Lepal. Siddiqui, can he do it again? With a decent strike, he's forced another good save from the keeper. It will go up for another corner. As Toe Blake watches on here. A man who knows a thing or two about winning trophies. We won't be able to get any silverware this season, but he will want to be in the Champions League next season, no doubt about that. Kevin Owens, who hasn't scored all season. Cornelius. Oh, anyone but him in that position. It was off target. They deal with it. Here's Mateta now. Oh, and he's got a lot of space to run into. Sanchez tracking back here. Mateta, it's a really good run. It's a good block, though, by Sanchez. He tracked back really well there. They will get a corner, though, as we approach the end of the half. I thought they were going to take it short. It is whipped in. Oh, we've dealt with it terribly. Oh, it just beats the post. Sami Zayn didn't move. He seemed comfortable accepting that it was going to go wide of the post, and to be fair, it probably was. I mean, it wasn't overly far away, but I don't think it was ever hitting the target either. And I do think that will be the halftime break as Sami Zayn clears it. Well, the referee blows the whistle in a very annoying position there. I would say we were the better team in that half, but Lyon definitely did threaten once or twice as well. But at the moment, you would have to say this would be a better result from us. Lepal not having a single opportunity there in the first half. But we all know he only needs one chance and he can take it. But it is still 0-0 here going into the halftime break. Let's get things going here again in the second 45. No changes at halftime. But I would love to change this scoreline and get all 3 points here. Again, a draw. I know I've said it like 15 times since the start of this episode. It's not terrible, but a win would just really, really put us in a magnificent position. As Lepal still looking for his first shot of the game. It's a good tackle. Here's Almada now. Over to Nuama. Mateta. Looking for that ball over the top, which Giga intercepts. Yeah, he definitely feels a lot more disciplined there than Tuanzebe did. He is still on the bench, Axel Tuanzebe. Think I probably will cash in on him in the summer. Which, listen, isn't a bad thing. We got him on a free. So if we can sell him on, we're going to make a profit, which is always good. But I think having Giga as the backup and bringing in a quality low 80s to mid 80s rated defender will definitely be the ideal bit of business that we can do it, hopefully, in the summer. Especially alongside the likes of Kevin Owens. I feel like we will need another left-sided defender as well, though. I'm not overly happy with Cornelius. Dia is good, but not quite there yet. So it might be 2 centre-backs we end up going for. Here's Siddiqui now, over to Sanchez. Lepal. What can he do here? Oh, he's offside. Offside from our talisman, who hasn't really had a great game today. I mean, bloody hell. Is he offside? That looked very, very tight. His bloody toenail was offside, I'd say. Fucking hell. Very close call there from the linesman. But he does give the free kick. We get the ball back here, though. Siddiqui. Lepal. GSP. George St. Pierre. Oh, another save by the keeper. Oh, my goodness me. We've had some great opportunities to take the lead, but their goalkeeper has really been on form today. And now it's Mateta. Leon looking to go on the attack here again. Oh, I don't believe it. What a goal. What a goal. Well, FC Lorient were initially our bogey team, and now it's quickly becoming these pricks. It's Lino, however you say his stupid name. That was a stupidly good goal. Moments after we nearly take the lead, they score an absolute rocket, which Sami Zayn was never going to be able to do anything about. Rifled it into the top corner. And Leon, as it stands, could be jumping above us in the table. And if Monaco win as well, that would drop us out of the top 3. But bloody hell, I'd bite your arm off for a draw now. Oh, here's GSP. Over to Summers. Lepal. Oh, finally gets a shot off, but it's blocked by the defender. It's going to go out for a corner. I don't even know who I can bring on. Actually, you know what? I do. Richard, I'll have to drop back there for a bit. I'm going to bring on Mercier instead of Antunes. And I'm going to bring on Saliba for... No, you know what? Antunes is actually going to go there. I'm going to take off Siddiqui. He's been kind of quiet today. Giga is knackered, but I'm going to keep him on for now. And you know what? Katessa can come on for Summers. Oh, desperate times now. Call for a change of personnel. So we've made the changes. Here's Antunes, Kevin Owens, Cornelius. That's not who I want on the ball here. GSP deflected. It's out for another corner. 15 minutes to go. I'm going to take it short again. Antunes now. Go on. Ah, Lepal tried to lay it off, but there was nobody there. And Leon deal with it. Almada now. Just take him out. Oh, we missed the tackle in the end. Kevin Owens goes sliding in way too early. I'm not going to blame him, though. That was my fault. Giga, brilliant tackle. Excellent tackle there from Giga. Maurice Richard. Oh, looking to go on a surging run here, but he runs right into the defence. Mercier does really well. He's won the ball. Oh, that was for GSP. Oh my god. That was not meant for Mercier at all. We still have it though. GSP, the man who I initially wanted to pass to there. Out to Katessa. Antunes now. Oh my god. It's getting very tense here. Lepal. We just can't break through. Nobody wants to make the run. GSP. George St. Pierre, please. Get in there. It's a late equaliser from George St. Pierre with 3 minutes to go. And it could be a massive goal in terms of our Champions League qualification hopes. And depending on other results, it could be a real sickener for Leon. Oh. The sweat was out through me there. Nobody was making the run. GSP finally decided to do so. He's come up with so many clutch moments in this career mode, the captain. And he's done it yet again. It's a good finish, and honestly, I'd be happy to accept this result right here. I might look at making another change though. I feel like I have to take off Giga, but I'm not going to. I'm sticking to my guns. I will take off Cornelius though for Dia, and I'm actually going to bring on Saliba for Antunes. I feel like we need some fresh legs in the midfield for the final couple of minutes. They're making a change as well. Tolisso comes on for Lino, I think is how you say it. Maybe Lino, I don't know. I'm sure somebody in the comments will end up correcting me. But anyways, we are moments away from getting a draw. I would gladly take the draw right now. I mean, if we can get another attack, great. But it's a much better result for us than it is for them. Well, again, that's assuming Monaco have won. If Monaco have lost, then it might actually suit Lyon as well. Here we go again, GSP. Oh, looking for that ball over the top. Wasn't quite able to execute it. Blow the whistle, ref. There we go. It's a 1-1 draw. It's definitely not the best result we could have got, but it's also not the worst. It suits us better if Monaco have won than it would for Lyon. We escape with a point in many ways, but also, on the other hand, you could say we were unlucky not to win this game. That guy looks a lot like Brian Moser. If you know, you know. But anyways, it's a 1-1 draw here. Let's have a look and see how Monaco get on, and if we have stayed in second place or if we have dropped down to third. Monaco did win their game, and they do jump up into second place. We've all played the same amount of games as well, 29 games. PSG have already won the league, that's confirmed. But Monaco are now the ones in that runners-up slot. Listen, as I said, a draw was better for us, depending on other results as well, than it was for Lyon. And that is the case now that Monaco have gotten 3 points. And it's not an easy game up next for us either. Away from home against Marseille. Oh, it really is squeaky bum time, as Sir Alex Ferguson would say. So the next game was away from home up against 6th place Marseille, who have a bit of an outside chance, or at least had an outside chance of qualifying for the Champions League, but realistically, Europa League is probably the best they can hope for. Maurice Richard keeping up his great form here, opening up the scoring with the beautiful finish there. I'm so excited to see the heights this man is going to get. We've slightly changed his position, he's playing further forward, and the numbers are increasing game by game, both in his stats and in his overall as well. You love to see it. What you don't love to see though is an immediate equaliser, basically straight away. Marseille go up the other end and get the equalising goal, which is super frustrating. We did make a change in defence again. Giga in for Twanzebe. Well, I say I made a change. I've permanently made that change now in the team management section is what I meant to say. But unfortunately here, it didn't make much of a difference and Marseille were back on level terms. But to be fair, we stayed calm, we stayed composed, and then we went up the other end and made it 2-1. So yes, this was becoming a bit of a basketball game. But what I love about this goal from GSP is look at the position he gets into. Easily could have hit it first time, but no, he knew he had time and space, took a couple of touches, composed himself and put the ball in the back of the net. Great ball there as well by Esteban Lepol. What a great Lepol that was. No, that was terrible. That was absolutely terrible. Forget I said anything. But anyways, let's not forget about the fact that GSP is in great form though. Another great run there again by Maurice Richard though, and the captain was there to get his second goal and our third and put us in a brilliant position here to get 3 points on the road in a very tough away fixture as well. Blanco very frustrated there, probably feels like his defence could have done a little bit better, but Richard tore them apart and GSP finished off the job. Richard wasn't finished just yet though. Esteban Lepol with another good pass there. Richard getting his second of the game. The two attacking midfielders in scintillating form. 4-1 up. I knew from here, surely there's no chance we can bottle it. Surely now this is 3 points and a big step towards Champions League football. But then Marseille made things a little bit interesting. They got a second goal here. Again, I brought on Twanzebe at this point because Giga was tired. I was going to say defensively we weren't great here, but you know what? It is a really good finish. Tuanzebe got about as close as you can get to him without fouling him, really. Just wasn't able to stop the shot, and Sami Zayn couldn't stop it from going in either. 4-2, and then Sami Zayn did have to make some very good saves. The momentum definitely was with Marseille after this, but in the last minute... Actually, no, let's actually show some of the saves from Sami Zayn. Why not? Let's give him some love as well. From point-blank range there. I'm going to show you that replay again. Sorry, I didn't click on it properly there for the first replay that it showed. But what a save that was from our goalkeeper. Honestly, I really wish in the highlights they'd show more of these. I find in a lot of the highlights, or a lot of the games in the highlights feature, they don't actually show some of the saves that the goalkeeper makes. But he wasn't done there. He's made another good save here in the 90th minute. Even though the game was basically sealed at this point, it didn't stop him from making some magnificent saves. Brilliant stuff from Sami Zayn. And then Esteban Lepal, who normally is very frustrated when he can't get in on the score sheet, was actually, in this game, to be fair, he was actually probably the most creative. And as frustrating as it is that he was missing some chances that I feel like he should have been scoring, it was nice to see a different part of his game where he was setting up chances for some other attacking players. But Antunes came off the bench, squared it for Lepal, who got, I think now, his 30th league goal of the season. So he is closing in on that golden boot. And we, surely now, are closing in on sealing European football at the very least and getting ever closer to Champions League football. 3 games to go. We lie in 3rd place, 1 point ahead of Lyon in 4th and a point behind Monaco in 2nd. We're nearly there, lads. I think European football now is all but confirmed, but we want Champions League football. We've been in such a good position for the majority of the season. We've actually been in 2nd place for the majority of the season. So for me, Champions League or bust. I'd be really disappointed to miss out on Champions League football now at this stage. But 3 more wins and we will have it sealed. Before I show you the highlights of this game here against Reims, I just want to say fuck you, EA, fuck this game, and fuck everything it stands for. They were in 11th place here, Reims, so I felt comfortable playing the highlights. Of course, the first major highlight is a penalty kick that they get, that they dispatch. And then, it doesn't actually show you in the highlights here, I don't think. Actually, it does. Never mind, it does. So, see this here. A foul in the box, the referee points to the spot, gives a yellow card, and I'm like, brilliant. Even though we've gone 1-0 down from a penalty, we've now earned a penalty and we can equalise. They ended the highlight here. And I didn't get the chance to take the penalty. So we won the penalty and they didn't let us take it. If this is what costs us Champions League football, I think I'll probably end this series here. Okay, that's a bit of an overreaction, but still, I'll be very, very angry. Antunes then got a rare goal for him. Feels like he hasn't scored in a while. He got the equaliser here, and I thought, okay, back on track now. We actually had the majority of the highlights, but obviously nothing that came to fruition until now. Really good strike there, back on level terms. And then I got so excited. What initially started as a Reims highlight then became our counter-attack, which Summers put away. 13 minutes left. I'm thinking, brilliant. 3 points here. Another step towards Champions League qualification. Until the game decided, no, do you know what? Even though we fucked you over and didn't give you a penalty, let's give them another penalty and let's have them score it. 2-2 here. As I said, if this costs us Champions League football, then you could almost call this a Montreal screw job. Oh, lads, and to make matters even worse, Lyon beat fucking PSG in the last game and have jumped up into 3rd place. And we, at the moment, will not be qualifying for the Champions League. And I hate saying it, lads, it looks very unlikely that Lyon are going to continue to drop points. Okay, they're playing actually, let me take that back slightly. They're playing Marseille. So that is a tough game, but they are at home. I'm not even going to look at Monaco, I'm just going to look at Lyon. Okay, speaking of Monaco though, they will be playing Lyon on the final day of the season. So if Marseille can beat them, and then hopefully, you'd probably need Monaco to beat Lyon then, I'd happily take finishing 3rd. Oh, the stress is at an all-time high. I just can't believe we might be missing out on Champions League football because of stupid bloody EAs. And as I said, a bloody Montreal screw job. know what? I'm actually going to show you me playing the highlights of this game against Montpellier. Now, I know some of you will be thinking, Joe, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you risking playing the highlights after what happened last time? I just want you to see what potential bullshit may take place. Now, to be fair, sometimes the highlights go off without a hitch. It's fairly balanced, and it's just a case of you better take the chances that you can get and hope that the opposition don't take their chances. But there's also a lot of BS, just like you saw there. Being given a penalty and then having the highlight end and go, oh yeah, that penalty just never existed. But also, let's give the opposition their second penalty of the game. It's very frustrating. So we are going to play the highlights here against Montpellier. I think they were in 12th. I think it was coming into this game. They're a bit low down the table. Our second last game, I think, of the season. Yeah, it would be our second last game. I've lost track there. Okay, they're getting the first highlight here. Inside 3 minutes with Akpom up against Kevin Owens. Go on, give him a pop-up powerbomb. And a package pile driver. Oh, that's a good ball. Into, I didn't actually see who that was. The player's name went... Jinma, I want to say. I've never heard of him. But anyways, thankfully, it didn't go in the back of the net, so we won't have to worry about it. Right, we get the next attack. Here's Maurice Richard. Rocket Man himself. Oh, he's done really well. This is becoming a trademark run for him. Richard, get in there. 1-0. We take the lead here. Our first attack of the game. It ends in a goal. It's Maurice Richard as well. Oh, I'd love to say skating his way into the Champions League, but it very well could be Europa League. We do get the next highlight as well, which is a free kick. Okay, I'm going to try a technique that I've tried a few times on here that worked a bit in older FIFAs. Maurice Richard probably should have put a little bit more power behind that. Yeah, definitely should have put more power behind that. I think in FIFA 23 that used to work a lot. Maybe a bit in FC 24 as well. But it didn't work there. But not to worry, we get the next attack as well. Mercier brought in for this game in place of Antunes. Here's Esteban Lepal, who makes it 2-0. Okay, it looks like these highlights are going to go a little bit more swimmingly than the last ones did. 2-0 up here. Lepal gets his goal. And hopefully that is a goal en route to a win this time. Oh no! Now you give us a penalty. Oh, thanks EA for giving me the penalty now when I'm 2-0 up and I don't really need it. GSP from 12 yards. I feel like I've missed nearly every penalty I've taken in this series, but thankfully that one doesn't get missed. George St. Pierre dispatches that one into the top corner, and you know what? Let's just end it there. Sim to the end. Bloody fucking hell, they nearly got a draw out of that. It ends 3-2. Okay. The highlights actually were fine that time, but if that doesn't show you how much EA like to fuck with its players in career mode, I don't know what will. So I've just realised how stupid I am and how bad I am at maths. For some reason I thought there was only 33 league games. I am an idiot. Obviously it was 34. I don't know why I had 33 on my head. So obviously we have 2 more games left to go, which actually makes me feel a bit better because I thought that we had bottled it. So yeah, my apologies for that. But anyways, we're still in 4th place. Monaco have played an extra game, so I think 2nd place now is basically out of the equation. It's very unlikely. But 3rd place is still possible. Our next game is up against Stade Rennais, so we are at home. They're a little bit lower down the league as well, but that means sweet fuck all at the moment. I'm just really hoping Lyon can start dropping some points, and as long as we keep winning, then hopefully the rest will take care of itself. But let's get into this next game here. Actually, no, our next game is against Lens, actually. Bloody hell, I'm all over the place. Yeah, sorry. Our next game is against Lens. The last game will be against Stade Rennais. I do know Lens are in 8th because I can see it right there. So yeah, let's hopefully get the result against them. And let's hope that Marseille can do us a favour as they look to also qualify for the Europa Conference League. I tell you what, lads, unless Marseille have done us a massive favour, I think we've bottled it. I think we have bottled it. The next game here was against Lens. They took a 1-0 lead here. Again, very poor defence, far too much space. It's the same old. I feel like a broken record at the moment. Nearly a broken man as well at the end of this season. Moments later, Guri scored an absolutely fantastic goal here. Half an hour into the game. Look at this for a strike. Like, that is absolutely sensational. Not really much we could have done about that. It's an absolute worldie. I'd nearly given up hope here. But then in the second half, Charles Mercier, who came off the bench, did get us back in the game. Good ball there by Esteban Lepal. And the young centre attacking midfielder did pull one back for us. Siddiqui then got the equaliser. Mercier, after scoring one, set one up. Good finish there as well from the centre midfielder. But then Guri went and got his hat-trick. And as I say, lads, even though we do end up getting this equaliser here from Esteban Lepal, I think that's that. I think we have missed the boat on Champions League football. Oh, Marseille, I fucking love you so much. I love you lads so fucking much. They have beaten Lyon by 3-2, and that means going into the final game of the season, Champions League football is still up for grabs. And Lyon are playing Monaco, who will finish second now, regardless of any result. But if they beat Lyon and we win our final game, then we will qualify for the Champions League. We're assured of at least Europa League. But honestly, after having such a good season where we were in second place for the majority of it, I'd be heartbroken to miss out on it now. But we've been handed a lifeline. Can we take advantage of it now? We need to go and play Stade Rennais in potentially the last game at the Saputo Stadium, because if we are in the Champions League, then of course we will be moving to the Olympic Stadium, a bigger stadium, bringing in more revenue, which means we can bring in better players as well. Oh, this feels like a cup final. We may have missed out on the Coupe de France, but we are in a Champions League qualification final here. Everything is at stake. We can only do our job and hope for the best in the Monaco and Lyon game. Let's get into it and pray that we can qualify for the Champions League. Long time since I've done this. We're turning on the goal updates for this Monaco and Lyon game here. To be fair, anytime I turn on these goal updates, I find that it doesn't work. But I'm hoping that because I've manually gone into the menu now and I've selected it, hopefully we will get some updates, and hopefully it will be Monaco just absolutely battering Lyon whilst we beat Stade Rennais. Well, this could potentially be it. This could be our final game at the Saputo Stadium, and in a way I'm hoping it is, because as I said, if we qualify for Champions League football, we will be moving down the road to the bigger Olympic Stadium. But we do need to win this game and hope that Monaco can beat Lyon. And if they can do that, we will be playing Champions League football. Honestly, lads, the stress I felt in this episode alone is absolutely incredible. PSG have already won the league. That was basically a foregone conclusion coming into this season. Nobody got anywhere near them. We were in second place for the majority of the season, but we've had a few dodgy results coming towards the end, and now we can only finish as high as third. But I mean, to be fair, if you had told me we'd be in this position at the start of the season, I gladly would have taken it. But to have been in the position we were for as long as we were, and then to drop off, that's where the disappointment kicks in. So I don't want to sound ungrateful, but also I need to keep it relative to the experience we've had. We should be in a much more comfortable position than what we're actually in. But this is the team we've gone with. It's basically our strongest 11. Of course, Giga is still in for Twanzebe, but I have brought in Mercier to play instead of Antunes. I just find Antunes is actually doing better coming off the bench at the moment. Lepal, Richard and George St. Pierre still that front three. And Siddiqui and Sanchez in the midfield as well. Stade Rennais actually have a pretty decent team from what I remember. Just trying to see if there's anybody major standing out. Oh my god, how could I forget? Kyogo Furuhashi, the Celtic legend himself. Bloody hell, I forgot he'd be playing here. Kyogo, I beg you, mate, please do not come back to haunt me here. Oh my god, a Channel legend as well as a Celtic legend. There he is. Oh, I completely forgot. I actually completely forgot that Kyogo would be playing this game. Oh, he scored many goals for us at both Cloyne United and Celtic. Let's hope we keep him quiet here today against Montreal. One more game to hopefully qualify for the Champions League. Let's see if we can do it. Bloody hell. Kyogo getting involved early there, clashing with Kevin Owens. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Kevin Owens and Kyogo Furuhashi coming up against one another. If you're a wrestling fan and a football fan, you'll know what I'm talking about. Well, of course you're a football fan if you're watching this, but anyways. Oh, here's Esteban Lepal. Straight away. Oh, good save by Samba. Really good save there from the former Forest goalkeeper. We very nearly take an early lead here, but it wasn't to be. As you can see there, 4th place, level on points with Leon. I thought we were 1 point behind. Bloody hell. My memory, either that's a mistake or my memory is getting worryingly bad. But regardless, look, we need to win this game. That's just a fact. There's no disputing that. Here's LePaul. Oh, he's probably held on to it for too long there, has he? Is he onside, GSP? Yes, he is. George St. Pierre gives us the lead here inside 12 minutes. What a goal-scoring campaign he's had. He's actually done better in League 1 than he ever did in League 2, which is absolutely hilarious. Esteban LePaul, normally the man scoring them, sets one up this time. And GSP, the captain, is the one to give us the lead here in what feels like a cup final. And hopefully, that's one step closer to Champions League football. I'm really uptight at the moment. Can't sit still. Hoping for an update to come from Monaco soon, with a goal from the home team. A lot of similarities between Montreal and Monaco in this league. Of course, neither one technically from France. Both begin with M-O-N in their first 3 letters, and hopefully another similarity we'll share is that we're both playing in the Champions League. But listen, all we can do is focus on doing our job, and at the moment, we are doing that. And we could be adding to it here. LePaul. Oh, he plays in GSP again. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, he's hit the post, but LePaul does put it in. I don't know why I didn't take the shot straight away there. I hesitated for some reason. Thankfully, it hasn't come back to bite us. It hits the post, but Esteban LePaul, the man who surely has sealed the golden boot now. I actually haven't checked how close anyone else was to him, but I know he was running away with it at one stage. But he's added to it here. It's 2-0. But again, I can't get too excited. Well, for a couple of reasons. One, I don't know what the score is in the other game. And two, it's not like we haven't bottled leads before. We literally did it in the last episode. But that's 33 and 34 now for Esteban LePaul. Oh, it's 1-1. It's 1-1 between Monaco and Lyon. Okay, I think a draw. Yeah, a draw would still actually be okay for us. But Lyon did equalise there. Well, it's good to know that that feature is working again. Okay. That has me a bit more on edge now. I feel a little bit calmer that I know what the situation is. But I'd be even more calm if Monaco were able to go back in front. I kind of feel like just holding on to the ball here, not even trying to score. We don't need to score any more goals. I just want to see the updates from that game, and I don't want anything to disrupt an update from Monaco and Lyon. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm aware this is not the most exciting thing to watch. Bloody hell. Sami Zayn living a bit dangerously there, but he gets away with it. Okay, maybe let's try and push it up the pitch a bit more. Don't really feel like playing Russian roulette in our own half. Here's Maurice Richard. Over to Siddiqui. Can he play in GSP? No, he can't. And Rene get the ball here now. Here's Kyogo, the man we're looking to keep quiet today. Oh, oh no, Kyogo. Oh, Kyogo. Oh, what a save. But, typically falls right back to Kamara. And it's 2-1. Oh, no, I'm very nervous. Yeah, I should have just killed the game off. Should have just tried to kill the game off, I should say. 2-1 here. And 1-1 in Monaco. Oh, these are very tense times, lads. I just can't. I can't sit still. I can't relax. Oh, wouldn't you just know it? He's only played 3 games all season, and this is the first one that he scores in. Bloody hell. It's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. GSP, Maurice Richard. Good block. Still has it though, Maurice Richard. 1 minute before half-time. Oh, what a goal by Richard. Fantastic. From the Rocket Man himself. Right on the stroke of half-time. Puts us 3-1 up. GSP probably would have been offside if we played him in. But it was no problem for Richard. Not the easiest of angles to score from, but he made it look easy. Rifled it in. Is he skating towards Champions League football? I've been wanting to say that line for the last few games. And I feel like that's probably the only chance I am going to get to say it. Let's get into the halftime break here. 3-1 up. We're doing our job. The last update we got, it's 1-1 between Monaco and Lyon. So Monaco are half doing their job. But listen, we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But listen, as I say, we are doing our part, and that's all that matters for now. One change here at the start of the second half. I'm going to bring on Dia for Cornelius. Cornelius has been a bit of a liability, as has Twanzebe. And I don't really feel like jeopardising the potential good result we're going to get here. So let's make that change. Get somebody who just looks a little bit more solid in the defence. And just try and see out this result. But I'm going to be keeping an eye there on the top right-hand corner for any score updates. Might just try and get a fourth goal as well, though, just to completely calm any nerves we may potentially still have. Well, that's a really good ball to Paul. But the defender did enough to put him off. And they regain possession here. Stade Rennais. I keep nearly saying Lens. But if we'd won that Lens game, though, then this would have been enough. We never do it the easy way, seemingly. And this season has been no exception. That's going to go up for a throw-in. Looks like they're going to make a change. Kyogo is coming off. The channel legend himself. What a player. What an icon. The aura man, as JJ would call him. Oh shit, that's not a good place to give up the ball. Oh, never mind, we get a free kick. We'll gladly accept that. They make another change, bloody hell. May as well have made these changes at half-time. I'm aware this may not be the most exciting game to watch at the moment, lads, but I hope you can appreciate that we're in a very interesting position at the moment where we've basically done our job and we're just waiting to get updates from the other game. Half an hour to go here. Still nothing coming in from Monaco. Good pass, or a good attempt at a pass there, I should say, by Richard, but a really good interception as well. Oh god. Janssen could be in here. Can Dia keep up with him? Oh yes, he can. Brilliant from the substitute. That's why we brought him on. I'm telling you, Cornelius would have struggled to stay up with him, or keep up with him, I should say. Probably would have ended up fouling him and getting sent off, or missing the tackle and allowing him to get the shot off and have the cut the deficit down to 1, I should say. But 23 minutes left. Still nothing coming in from Monaco. I'm patiently waiting for an update. But I'm hoping that no update means that it's staying at 1-1 and that we will jump up into third place. Good interception there again by Dia. He's been fantastic since coming on. Sanchez now over to Siddiqui. I will make some changes, I think, when the ball goes out of play next. And hopefully it can go out of play because we go 4-1 up. Here's Paul. Defender did well to catch up with him. I'll actually just prepare the substitutes. Why not? You know what? We'll give Paul his farewell to this season. We'll bring on Tosin, the cup man himself. I'll bring on Kutesa, bring on Antunes, and we can make one more change, which I will bring on Saliba for. Why not? Take off Siddiqui, swap them around. And hopefully the ball will go out of play here in a second and those players can come on. I find that it takes forever for the ball to go out of play when you have substitutes scheduled. That's why I normally don't decide to make them until the ball goes out of play. The clock is ticking down here. It's looking less and less likely that we're going to bottle this lead. Although, now that I've said that, they're in a good position here. Here's Salah, but not the one you're thinking of. And that was definitely not a Mohamed Salah-esque finish, but bloody hell, we've decided to give him a second bite of the cherry. Oh, fuck off. Oh, good save by Sami Zayn. Try and avoid the corner. We can't, but it will give us an opportunity to make some changes. Bring on some fresh legs as well. But they get the corner. Still no update. I know I keep saying it, but no update as of yet. Here's Kutesa now, who's been a solid backup option for us. And now GSP, the captain, who's been one of the players of the season this year. Can he get another goal here? Oh, no, he can't. Tosin was in a good position, but I didn't feel like I was going to be able to get the ball over to him. But it ends up going up for a goal kick anyways. But 4 minutes left. And still no update from the other fixture. So all we can do is wait. Hopefully there's not too much added time. Hopefully there's not any added time. That would be wishful thinking. Oh, and they could be in here again. Oh, and it's another good save by Sami Zayn. There is only one added minute, so they won't be getting any magnificent comeback here, Stade Rennais. All they can get is another consolation goal. We'll head that away. They'll clear it back in. Oh, it's going to go for another corner. Bloody hell. The one time the ref doesn't add on much added time is the one time their attack doesn't seem to be ending. There we go. Please blow it up now, ref. Come on, we've played the 1 minute. Okay, it goes out now. We've done our job. A 3-1 win here. Okay, the fans are celebrating as if we have qualified for the Champions League. I'm hoping that's a good sign. Have we done it? The players look happy as well. Have they heard something that we haven't? The Montreal flags are waving. It's a successful season regardless. Listen, we got to a cup semi-final. We have qualified for the Europa League at the very least. But have we gone one step further and qualified for the Champions League? Let's have a look here. Let's advance on through. Yes! We have! Monaco defeat Lyon! And we have qualified for the Champions League. Oh, thank the good Lord above. The EA gods have actually helped us for once. Esteban Lepal has picked up Player of the Season as well. David Beckham will be giving him that award. The former PSG player. But Esteban Lepal here, representing Montreal, is the one to bring home the Player of the Season trophy. He'll also have the Golden Boot. And he will be playing Champions League football next season. Oh my goodness me. All the stress, all the worries now feel like they've been completely worth it. Oh, I need to lie down. But there is visual confirmation of it. We finish in third place, 66 points. 3 points clear of Lyon. For some reason I thought we were 1 point below them coming into the final game of the season, but it doesn't matter. We finished 3 points clear of them. That's what does matter. And Champions League football will be coming to the Olympic Stadium next season, not the Saputo Stadium. The first full season in Ligue 1, and we've come third. I cannot complain about that. PSG run away with the league title. Monaco jump up into second. Lyon will be playing in the Europa League. Marseille in the Conference League. Nice missing out on European football. They're in sixth. Well, actually, depending on the cup winners, there actually might be a European slot there for the sixth place team. FC Lorient came in 10th. Toulouse are going to be playing in the relegation playoff. Angers and Havre both go down. But I don't care about any of that. What I do care about is our third place finish and elite European nights coming to Montreal next season. Something else now that we can also visually confirm is that Esteban Lepal has won the Golden Boot. What an incredible record that is. 33 goals in 34 appearances. Absolutely sensational from our talisman. He's been a gem of a signing. Cannot recommend signing him enough, lads. If you haven't used him before, make sure you use him in your next career mode. You won't regret it. I think this career mode is enough proof of that. We also have a man leading the assist charts as well. Antunes ends up getting 15 assists in 31 appearances. I will say though, he did drop off a bit towards the end of the season. GSP there in third place with 13, Lepal with 10 as well. So Montreal dominating the assist charts there. 3 players in the top 5. That's very, very good to see. Zayn as well creeps into the top 5 when it comes to clean sheets. 7 clean sheets in 34 appearances. When you consider that Donnarumma, the goalkeeper for PSG, only got 2 more, that's actually not too bad. And he made some amazing saves as well, Sami Zayn. He probably didn't get enough credit for how good he was at times this season, but he was absolutely elite. And he's up to an 83 rating now as well, which is really, really good. Right, let's have a look at the other competitions and who won what. Well, I tell you what, Lyon They might be disappointed at missing out on Champions League football, but they have pulled off a bit of an upset here in the Coupe de France final, and they've beaten PSG by 3-2. You know what? That makes me feel a little bit better about this result here. I was absolutely heartbroken at the time, but you know what? To lose to the eventual winners, that's probably the best you can hope for if you don't win the tournament. Congratulations to Lyon, but yeah, you're not going to be playing Champions League football next season, and we are. Just wanted to remind you about that. May not have won the Coupe de France, but they have won the Champions League. PSG did beat Bayern Munich by the same scoreline that they lost to Bayern Munich in the 2020 Champions League final, getting some revenge here by beating the Bavarians in Europe's ultimate game, and PSG do seal a League and Champions League double. Hotspurs have won the Europa League, defeating Union Berlin by 4-1 in that final. So that means if Tottenham didn't finish in the top 4, there will be 5 English teams in the Champions League next season. Congrats to Tottenham in this universe, but let's just hope this doesn't happen in real life. And finally, in the Conference League final, Shakhtar Donetsk did beat Roma by 2-1, the Ukrainian side winning Europe's third-tier competition. Wrap things up, let's have a look at some of the other individual stats here. Appearance-wise, Sami Zayn, Maurice Richard and George St. Pierre all playing 38 games each. I could have swore it said Sami Zayn was up to an 83. Could have bloody swore it. Actually, no, it was telling me how long it was going to take him to get to 83. My bad, I misread that. But still, +6 in his overall, up to 82. That is still very, very good. Maurice Richard there, as you can see, up to an 83. 10 goals and 7 assists. A lot of those coming towards the end of the season. We are converting him over to an attacking midfielder. He's playing far better there than he was as a right midfielder. Very excited to see the heights he might reach in his new position. 20 and 16 and 38 there for GSP. What a fantastic season for our captain. No better man to be wearing that armband, and hopefully no better man to eventually lift the League One title and hopefully eventually the Champions League title. Kevin Owens there with a very solid season as well. As a defender, he was absolutely just sensational. I have never seen a man so determined to never give up on regaining possession. He is such a good interceptor of the ball. I'd like to see a few more stats goal scoring wise, but to be fair, when corners are absolutely broken this year, I can't blame him too much for that. I just love a defender who is so solid at the back and can still contribute to goals as well. But that's not Kevin Owens' fault entirely. That's just an FC25 problem, to be fair. Siddiqui there with 4 and 8 as well. Decent stats there from the midfield. 3 and 6 as well for Sanchez. 5 and 2 for Summers. Not too bad, to be fair. Cornelius, I will be selling him. Just not good enough, to be honest with you. He was okay in the second division, but in League One, he feels very much out of his depth. Esteban Lepal there, up to a 79. I think he'll be getting to that 80 rating very, very soon. 34 goals and 10 assists. 4 and 15 for Antunes. No desire to sell him at all, but I do feel like he will now be a rotational player more than anything. Axel Tuanzebe, another guy I think I'm going to have to cash in on. He was decent at the start. Never grew in his overall, actually, after we changed him to a centre-back. He stayed at the +2 overall, and I feel like his form kind of dipped. But listen, he was a free signing. Can't complain too much. We'll end up making a profit on him, cash in on him in the summer, and hopefully bring in somebody who is a lot better and a lot more consistent. I apologise if I sound distracted. The Old Firm Derby from last weekend, by the time you hear this or by the time you watch this, is about to kick off, so I'm just getting that ready here on my laptop. So yeah, sorry if I sounded distracted there. Mercier with 4 and 4, mostly came off the bench but feels like a really solid player. Excited to see his growth. Giga as well was absolutely fantastic. We played him a lot towards the end of the season as well. Katessa was decent. Dia was decent as well. Tosin, I should say, the cup striker that we used in the Coupe de France, 5 and 4 in that competition, 2 and 10 in the league. Not amazing, but listen, it's better than nothing. And then it gets a bit more spread out the more we go down. Lads, that will do it for Season 2 here of the Montreal Career Mode. Our first season in League One, I would say, is a fantastic success. Champions League football, a cup semi-final. I think for a newly promoted team, that is about as good as it gets. Absolutely sensational. But despite the fact we've had a very good season, I still have areas of the pitch that I do want to identify. As I said, Twanzebe and Cornelius, I think they're both going to be leaving, so we will need direct replacements from them. I like the midfield pairing of Sanchez and Siddiqui, but I definitely feel like we need another player a little bit higher rated to slot in there. Probably another player on the right-hand side as well. Antunes, I do feel like, is going to be more of a rotational option, as is Mercier, as he continues to grow, and Richard obviously is pushing up into an attacking midfielder. Might need a player on the left-hand side as well. So as good as we've done, we definitely need to improve in a lot of areas. But lads, please do let me know of any players you would like me to look at and consider signing, but also keep in mind the transfer policy we have in this career mode, where we can only sign players who are from French-speaking countries. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this final episode of Season 2 of the Montreal Career Mode. Lads, I've had so much fun with this series so far. Really excited for Season 3. Really excited to be playing in our new stadium and also in the Champions League as well. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. We are getting closer and closer to 600 subscribers. Would love to hit that before the end of this series and before FC26 comes out. And I will talk to you all on Monday for the first episode of Season 3 of the Montreal Career Mode. Au revoir and take care.